A Heart Poured into Words, Nelly's Story by Magdalena-You. I met Nelly almost exactly 3 years ago. She was looking for an English teacher because she had finally decided that she wouldn't let everyone around her speak English while she couldn't. She was truly determined that she was going to learn English. We discussed the plans together, and she started putting them into action with my support. Nelly was a complete beginner in English, but despite that, she immediately accepted the changes and was willing to jump into the deep end when I spoke only English to her in our very first lesson. We started with very simple sentences using pictures and visual aids, and the little house of Nelly's English knowledge began to build beautifully. Nelly understood that it's not enough to study only with a teacher, even if you study every day. You have to surround yourself with English. She truly fell in love with the language and gradually made it part of her everyday life. She listened to podcasts about her favorite topics, watched series, and read. She was loyal, consistent, determined, and most importantly, she truly enjoyed it. We celebrated together when Nelly told me how happy she was when she heard and understood a word I had taught her in one of our lessons, and when she was able to have her first conversation in English with her friends living abroad. That truly made my day. And when Nelly's sweet little cat passed away, and we talked about grief and loss in our English lesson, and she told me about her beloved cat entirely in English, and I cried with her. Well, at that moment, 1 or 2 grammar mistakes didn't matter, because Nelly had reached her primary goal of language learning, to be able to express herself, to talk about what is dear to her, and to be herself in a foreign language. Because that is the #1 goal of language learning, to be able to tell your own story. I'm still very proud of Nelly today. Since then, she and her husband have moved abroad, and she uses English on a daily basis. It's not always easy. We are human, full of fears and insecurities, but she dares, she steps out of her comfort zone, and she speaks. Nelly realized that language learning is an enjoyable journey. The most important thing is not to speak perfectly, but to have the courage to tell who we truly are. I'm grateful that I can still stand by her side and catch a glimpse of how she's using her little wings. This is why it's worth doing what I do, to help as many learners as possible spread their wings and enjoy the flight.